guys! Welcome to the very first episode of a new series I'm calling Project Photo. No, it's Photo Project. I don't know. Alright, so the name is still TBD, but the whole concept behind it is to take you behind the scenes of a new project I'm starting where I want to dive into photography. I really wanted to put some thought into it, so coming up with the concept, taking the photos, editing the photos, putting it out, recording this for you to see everything, and that's what this series is gonna be. So for the very first episode, the first person I thought of was Emily. So Emily and I met early 2020 on a show actually all about video games. We do a show together. Honestly, I think she was just the first person that came up to my mind because she's so easy to work with. She has so much experience being in front of the camera. She's a cosplayer, she streams, she makes content on YouTube, all around great person. So she was like an easy person to think of. I would describe Emily as someone who's quite bold. Her look is very bold. She loves color. She loves the color pink. Okay, she has piercings. She has tattoos. She dyes her hair all crazy colors. Recently, she even just buzzed her head, so she has a buzz cut. So I messaged her, and being amazing as she is, right away she replied. She's like, "Yeah, I'm down to do it." As I described, she's really bold. She loves her colors, but I kind of wanted to keep it minimal. So I asked her to wear more neutral colors, keep the makeup, more simple. In terms of inspiration, the person that reminded me a lot of Emily is a model named Cara Delevingne. They kind of have a similar vibe, similar facial structure. So I Googled, looked up Instagram, got a bunch of pictures, created this mood board. And so I sent that to Emily and I told her, this is the kind of vibe we're going for. I asked Emily to record herself. I actually haven't seen this footage yet, which is kind of funny. I asked her to record herself getting ready. So let's check out what Emily's up to.
What up, YouTube? I look like a 12-year-old boy because I haven't put makeup on yet, but I am excited to shoot with Lisa today. She's gonna take some nice portrait shots of me. We got a mood board going on. Concept's really nice. It's a nice simple top with some pop and accessories, so I am excited. But for now, let's get into makeup. We ready.
Oh, and before I forget, for all of you who are wondering about the gear I'm going to use for this shoot, I'll just write everything in the description so you can check that out if you're curious, okay? Alright, let's go. Alright, we're walking to the first stop right now. Here's Alex. He will be answering all of my tech questions because he knows gear much more than I do. And he'll be helping with lighting. So thanks, Alex. Nice. Okay. Oh, wait. Yes, work it, girl! You're coming in. Welcome, Emily. To the very first episode, there's a stranger right in there. Let's don't. I brought 4.
Oh, nice. 2. Same wavelength.
Same wavelength, yeah.
Actually, yeah. You're so tall. Is it? No, I got it.
I was gonna say I could have brought an apple box.
You're so tall. Oh, no. My cows are gonna get a workout today. Yes.
Work it, yeah. Woo! Give me that light.
Yes. The perfect angle of your head right now. Oh, this is exactly what I wanted. Okay. Oh. We got it. We got it. Woo! Woo! I'm excited. There was the perfect eye, perfect angle. I looked at it for a good 50 seconds. Woo. Oh my god. The impish child. Yes!
It's so hard to get it good though and not be
I know!
so just tell me if my face usually changes, tell me.
Okay.
When you came forward a bit, the light hit your left side in the perfect way. Yes. Alright, so we just spent the last couple of hours outside shooting. Yeah. Emily, how do you think it went?
I think it went great. The fact that Lisa goes hard, she legit squatted. She was getting them angles. We were doing the muscle things together. It was a workout.
There was a lot of thigh trembling at one point. It was just
We got it.
Floating who? Like, we don't even need it.
Were there any particular shots you think, or sets, or moments that you like the most?
I like the one that she called Zelda was really cute. But the way that the sun hit my eyes like a big pizza. No, but they looked really good. Like the lighting was perfect. It was golden hour, so it was just.
I agree. I think it went really well. Obviously, Emily's a pro model. She made it very easy for me to shoot. So at this point, we took the photos and now we gotta edit them. But it will be fun. So let's go towards that. Editing time.
All right, so the first step was importing everything onto the computer. There was some technical difficulties with finding the right USB cord, but we eventually got it, and now I am uploading. It took about an hour. Once all the photos were ready, I opened up Lightroom. This is where I'm going to be doing all of my photo editing. So as you see here, these are all the photos that we took. These are the unedited photos. I usually use Lightroom on my phone. I believe it's a free app on the phone. So it's very accessible. It's very easy to use once you start practicing it. But this one I'm using the web version. So the first thing that took some time was going through all the photos and narrowing it down even more to which photos are my favorite. As you can see, we went to a couple of different sets, different spots, and so there's a bunch of different looks. And it was very hard to narrow it down. But one thing I noticed is that the lens we were using, there is no autofocus. So a lot of the photos, even though they were nice, and I'm sure Emily looks great, unfortunately, I messed up the focus on some of them. So that was an easy nix. Other than that, I selected the photos I liked the most, the ones I felt like once, you edit it a bit, it would look very good. I rated some photos like 2 or 3, 4 stars if I felt like maybe these would look good, but the ones that I really love, I gave a 5-star rating, and I knew those were the ones that I wanted to edit first. So now that we've narrowed it down, the editing process finally begins. I don't really have a set process for this. I kind of just open the photo and I start tinkering with the exposure, the contrast. Of course, I have to white balance. Because we were shooting at around golden hour, a lot of the photos obviously had a more warm lighting to it. So I played around with the white balance. And then I went in and added specific colors afterwards. I made sure the colors were, vibrant where I wanted it, or played with the colors to kind of even out her skin tone. So I went in and used that airbrush tool on a couple of spots on Emily's chin and nose. But other than that, I left her skin untouched. She has beautiful skin, and I think skin texture is actually very important in pictures. So other than a couple of spots, I left her skin as is, and I think she looks gorgeous. One thing I did in particular for Emily was that I wanted her eyes in the photos to really stand out. So I went in specifically with the brush tool, brushed over her eyes, and then purposely increased the whites and highlights in them so that her eyes popped even more. Oh, I almost forgot. I also increased the clarity and sharpening for the eyes too. Trust me, this takes a lot of time, and you can't use this tool, I believe, on the mobile version. You can only do it on the desktop version. So it takes a lot of time and it requires a lot of precision, but honestly, I think it's worth it because it really makes a difference in the photo, and it really does make her eyes pop. You will see in the final version, I swear. So after about 3 to 4 hours of editing, I narrowed down my favorite photos to these ones. I'm so excited to share it with you guys. These are the final photos. Of course, with editing, it's not like locked in stone. There were a couple photos that I just kept going back to change up the edit, but these are the ones that I love the most. And there you have it. I totally forgot to film an outro, so I'm just gonna say bye here while Emily poses for you. This is additional B-roll that we did not use, but hey, it's now our closing. Thank you to Emily for being my model for this episode. Be sure to follow her at Emperiam. And of course, thank you, Alex, for helping me with lighting and any of the tech help. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.
Love it.